Welcome, Renegade. I have another bounty for you. But I don't pay for mercy.
Hold on, wait a second. I'm not gonna lie. That started really quickly. First of all, Spider just popped up on the screen and they just moved right past it. Dope. I literally got so overstimulated right off the back. Like, let's bring it back.
Welcome, Renegade. I have another bounty for you. But I don't pay for mercy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. There's quite a bit to unpack. There's a lot to unpack. Okay. Like, I'm trying to keep my composure right now. Okay. And we're having a hard time right now. Okay. So let's bring it back and see if we can pick out some things. First of all, let's go back to the armor sets. Let's take a look at the armor sets. Listen, I just gotta be honest, as a warlock, I'm not very excited for this armor set. That doesn't mean that it shouldn't be in the game, and mainly because I have a bunch of other armor that I really like and it kind of came in really good. But I see that they're going for that alien race. You see the hair, that's like kind of like Ahsoka's hair or head or whatever that is, her tentacles and everything. So I see what they're kind of doing. I don't like rabbit ears. Like, I don't like rabbit ears at any point. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't resonate with me. Even like, you could argue that's a warlock thing, but it doesn't resonate with it. The hunter looks cool. He looks like a bounty hunter. These colors not being very uniform. I know they're trying to be really creative. Somebody's gonna find something to go with something. They might not even wear this whole set. I think the Titan is pretty cool. He looks like a Titan, but I wouldn't be surprised if Titans is like, well, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But yeah, like, that's not really something I'm too excited for. I am happy to see Spider back. I am happy to see. But let's get into these weapons. This is called the Uncivil Discourse Hand Cannon. So this is clearly supposed to be Han Solo's, his gun and everything. But it seems to be an overheat thing, like it's burning your hand and everything. I did see that they're doing the ventilation thing again. I did see that. Which, I mean, I actually don't have a problem with it. I know people have a lot of problem with the ventilation, ventilating reload being so long, but you can also just stop and shoot if you need to, especially with the new one that came out with this. I'm drawing a blank on it and everything, but I do like that though. They also going. They seem to be going with the B, not the BR, the gun from what is it, from Halo? You know, the one that gives you a hand grenade after a while. See, they're going with that sight. Not a problem. I don't know why they do that with that sight. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know why they choose to make the sight like that. You know, so zoomed in. But it makes it very unique. It makes it very unique. Actually, it's one of those things. It seems to be a headshot. It's probably this is like probably. Is this legendary too, by the way? I wouldn't be surprised if these are legendary, because they probably have their own plans for like for new exotics. I wouldn't be surprised. I just say I wouldn't be surprised if they were legendary. I wouldn't be surprised, if I'm being honest. But yeah, let's keep it going. We have the modified B7 pistol hand cannon. All right, let's get into it. We got a stasis. I don't know what this is, if that's really a Star Wars themed weapon, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look familiar. It's a hand cannon, so maybe it's their way of doing a Star Wars hand cannon. Very cool and everything. It's stasis. Actually, I like stasis weapons a lot because of shatter and everything. I think it's very satisfying to get kills. It looks like something's coming out of the Cabal when they get shots. Like, you see these little whatever and everything. I wonder what those are. Very cool, very interesting. Am I seeing it? Like, is this a burst? It's not a burst. It doesn't seem to be a burst. It doesn't sound like it. Not a lot of thoughts on it. It's a hand cannon. It's stasis. It looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what it's going to do? But I'm not going to lie. This really intrigued me quite a bit. All or nothing pulse rifle. It does have me very curious. It does have me very curious. It looks very nice to shoot, if I'm being honest. It looks very nice to shoot. Looks very controlled. Recoil looks very controlled. I think it's cool. I love stasis weapons as well. A lot of stasis synergy that can go with them typically with stasis weapons. So that's actually got me pretty hyped and everything. On a side note, the armor set looks a lot better from a side profile from what I'm seeing, and with a gun in your hand. So, you know, there's that as well. But all or nothing pulse rifle, these don't really look exotic, if I'm being honest, you know. And even as I'm watching it, I'm not seeing anything. It gives a little bit more of a Tex Mechanica vibes. So it must be that, like, that outlaw vibe that they're trying to go for, bounty hunter. I'm also not seeing anything crazy happening, so it's probably a really solid legendary weapon by the looks of it, I'm guessing. Moving on, next we have the refurbished A499 heavy sniper rifle. So, you know, this must be for DPS. Was that a well of light? They didn't give us a lot to go based off of. You see this little well of light pop out and everything. Not giving us a lot to go off of, but it looks highly accurate, you know. I think I like the design of it quite a bit, actually. The design, definitely Star Wars for sure. You know, type energy. You know, that's what it's kind of giving me right there, for sure. But yeah, wonder what the DPS is gonna be like for it. Let's move on. The M17 Fast Stalker submachine gun. That one's also intriguing as well. Seems to be stasis as well. There's that ventilation. I like it. I like it a lot. Like, we need more controlled submachine guns in the game in general. The compact defender sidearm. This is void. It looks like it has some type of debuff on it. The armor set, we get a little bit more of a full look here and everything. Let's go back to that pistol. I like how that gun sounds, by the way. I like it a lot. I think it's better than the shotgun hand cannon. That one sounds like it's a suction cup, but very cool. Very cool. The armor set. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this helmet, I like this helmet a lot more than the bunny ears. A lot more. Very cool. You know, I like these legs on the hunter and everything. Looks like Destiny Star Wars, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like Star Wars Destiny. So that's a good sign. You know, I know a lot of people were like, he's losing the identity. I really don't think it's losing his identity. It's a bounty hunter story. So yeah, let's get into the armor. That was very interesting. It intrigued me right off the back. But let's get into it. Fortune's favor, exotic hunter leg armor. Shield recharges over time into an overshield. Can I be honest with you? I was playing Crucible not too long ago. Since this recording, everybody had overshields. Now I don't know what's going on, but I feel like overshields are just there's just too much overshield going on. So I'm not too excited for this. I know hunters are very much bullet sponges, but they also have the most high mobility and utility. Yeah, they're like Batman's utility build. Let's be honest, you know. Now this Praxic vestment, exotic titan chest armor. What is happening here? Is he flying? And in into a shoulder charge, well, a flying knee, but you know, shoulder charge nonetheless. Very cool. They really want you to start playing with other players. Very cool. They really want you to start playing with other characters and everything. Gain an advanced tactical air move. And honestly, that's very vague. That's a very vague explanation for what this is doing and everything. Now let's get into this hunter armor. I mean, into this warlock armor. This is called Deimos Suffusion. Exotic warlock helmet, and it says Rift suspends enemies. Suspend causes damage over time. Now, there's something you're gonna find out about me. I love suspend. I love suspend so much that I don't even mind being suspended. Way better than being frozen. Way better than being slowed. Way better than being weakened. I think suspend is probably like one of the best things they brought into the game. Very good power satisfaction. Power fantasy is through the roof with this, and I absolutely love this. Is it a little basic? Yes, but what I'm looking at right now is it seems as though the rift is really large. Really large. So that makes it really cool. There's nothing I love more than sliding into a horde of enemies and then like just doing something to like debuff them or something like that. I'm very curious on how this is going to be with prismatic, because it's an armor piece, and just sort of you know, experimenting. Like, just imagine, you know, you do the electric slide in there, you take out a bunch of enemies, you get surrounded again, you drop a rift, now they're suspended, and you do another electric slide. That sounds absolutely beautiful to me. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's take a look at the armor, at the headpiece. This is very Star Wars, but you know what it is very reminiscent of? One Eye. Titan's One Eye mask. It definitely looks like that for sure. But I like it. It's not annoying. It looks good. It looks good. Ah, my eyes. But it looks good. I like it a lot. Also, it looks like you get a new rift animation. Hopefully it's faster than the regular rift animation. But yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, the rift looks much larger. Very good showcasing of it, actually, if I'm being honest. I'm so very excited for this. I'm very excited for this. But here we are right here, the thing that I have been advocating for years. If you don't know, I will tell you, I have been the main person saying lightsabers should be in the game. It only makes sense, and here it is. And here's the thing, they're calling it the Praxic Blade. Reflect incoming fire and melee and ranged. Reflect incoming fire, melee, and ranged attacks. Now it just attacked this giant AT walker, which I love that they put this in the game. I really don't have a problem with it. I like how it looks like a Cabal's face a little bit. Actually, it has a face on it clearly, but this is clearly an AT walker. Did he just destroy that? You know, if I can slice through that thing, I don't care how overpowered that is, I'm gonna go for it every single time. They better just buff up all the enemies and make this thing one-shotable with the sword. But I am very much loving it. Now here's the thing, I really don't know why Bungie has a problem with running animation with the sword. Change the fucking running animation. Change the running animation. We should not be holding a sword the same exact way for 10 years. We've been holding this sword the same way for 10 years. The only sword that looks slightly different is Quick Fang and the Titan one and everything. And even then, the Titan one is debatable. But why don't we still have different? I know they're like, well, we're giving you lightsabers, guys. I know, but if there's any time to over deliver, it's right now. Change the way we run with swords, okay? For the love of everything, this is the time for sure. And also, are we still swiping the sword the same exact way? Is this still the same way? Listen, oh my gosh, bro, beggars can be choosers fits this situation so much. But for the love of everything, let this just be like the early models, and y'all are working on something new. I do like how he's doing a Star Wars blocking, you know, with the spinning and everything. I do like that a lot. That's very cool. But of course you're gonna have to do that because it only makes sense to do that with a lightsaber. But why are we still swinging the sword the same way? Why are we running the same way? Why are we swinging it the same way? There's no reason for this. Take the extra steps for these little details so Destiny can stop feeling so same and so stiff. You have a dub right there in your hands, literally. But overall though, I do like this animation. I don't know what this is. What I'm looking at, he jumped in the air very high. So I don't know if that's coming, like if that's a forced jump. If that's a forced jump, that's pretty dope, and if we all get it. But hunters have that jump called high jump and everything. So, you know, this could very well be just that and everything. There's that was a double jump, but still though, look how high he is. So we only saw one double jump. Okay, we only saw him double jump once. So, and now he's spinning, he's doing a somersault slash, and they cut it right there. Sweet mother of the traveler. Oh, this blue ball. This is a blue ball freaking ad, bro. It really is. But nonetheless, I like this. I know they put a lot of work into, you know, what it could do. What you know what I'm saying? Like the weapons. The heirloom. Oh man, we're gonna talk about that. But you know, I just can't stress it enough. I'll probably do a video separately on lightsabers in itself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so excited for it. I hope we get different hilts. I hope we get different colors and everything. Like I'm just looking very much for. We need more Sith armor. We need more Jedi armor. Like I don't know why I'm not seeing that here, but yeah. Let's move on. We have here the heirloom combat bow. Fires a high-powered explosive bolt. Now this is clearly Chewbacca's, you know, crossbow. Gun, you know, blaster. This is clearly Chewbacca's crossbow blaster, and that's very cool. I like that a lot. I think that's very cool. It sticks with the theme and everything. I really don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem with any of this stuff. It's very fresh. It looks cool. I like the locations. It's really needed and everything. Destiny right now is in a very dark place right now. So you know, this right here alone is going to bring new fans, old fans. Some people are going to hate it, some people are going to love it. I totally get where you're coming from. Let's talk about it down in the comments. Let's talk about how we're feeling and everything. Join my Discord. Please like and subscribe. But at the end of the day, you know, this right here, this is the type of freshness that I'm looking for. Not necessarily collaborations, but so much as like, you know, adventuring. I know how frustrating it can be when there's brand deals and stuff like that in the games and that we love. You know, we want Destiny to be original, but I gotta be real with you. This I'm gonna sign off on. If it was a Star Trek thing, but just humor me for a second. Imagine this was a Star Trek themed story, DLC. That would just be like who asked for that? Who asked for that? Whoever mentioned that we want a Star Trek story? You know what I mean? So like that's like that wouldn't fit here and everything. But this right here, Star Wars, it just fits so well. You know what I'm saying? You got Chaos Reach. That's clearly the one-handed Kamehameha. They're always bringing in things that are kind of like odes to like freaking pop culture references and stuff like that. I mean, just go look at any of the emotes or the finishers and everything. We've always had it for years. I just think that this fits the most. So like I said, please leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. If you're excited or not. I'm very much looking forward to. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some of these other videos right here. See me do a max grind until Renegades. I hope to see you guys in orbit.